So I mean, I really like all the stuff that's at this end, because we've got lots of prehistoric pottery here, all Iron Age. Oh, look at that! Fantastic.
Yeah, different, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is all kind of, yeah, this is all Iron Age pottery. This is a really large base, but you can see that quite unusually, all of the edges of the pot have all been broken off. It would have come up this way. So that's the base of a big Iron Age pot. We don't know exactly when in the Iron Age yet. We'll need to send it away for specialist advice on that. Almost all of our finds are pottery, because the pottery survives in this sandy soil better than anything else. And in fact, this was in a ditch with a lot of other pieces, possibly from the same pot, which is really exciting. This is an example of a base where we've still got the edges upstanding. We don't often find whole pots, so lots of pieces like this sherd to pot. It's a bit smaller than the last one we looked at, but you can see flat base and then sides coming up this way to form a little jar. Might have been a storage jar, might have been used for something else. These are pieces of Iron Age pottery, and they're helping us to date, in particular, the roundhouses that we've got on site. But one of the exciting things about this particular excavation is it covers two periods of time, both the Iron Age but also the Romano-British, the period that follows on from that. Now, what's nice with the finds is that they're then looking at Romano-British finds, pieces of pottery like this one. This is a piece of grey pottery that's actually had marked onto it, incised onto it by rubbing a stick across a pattern on there. So it's really nice to see some patterning. Somebody 2,000 years ago has made a pattern on this piece of pottery, which is really exciting. They call that burnishing. But we've had two really nice big pieces of pottery out of the ditches that go round and enclose the site that we're working on. And one of those is a big piece of this orange pottery that's called mortaria. It's typically Romano-British, and it would be a big, fairly shallow dish about this big, in which into the clay they set lots of little bits of grit, and that grit actually acts as an abrasive to help you break down food. So this is a bit like a pestle and mortar, really, in modern terms, that you can grind stuff up in. What's interesting is that it's very, very smooth inside now. None of this grit is sticking up anymore, which suggests they've used it and used it until they can use it no more. It's the only piece we've found of the mortaria here, though, and I expect it was quite important for the family who were here. It's probably Yorkware, which is a type of pottery that comes from the Roman town built round a big legionary fortress called Iberacum, and so it's found its way here about 15 miles, and it was probably quite precious to the family. We don't often find this Yorkware very far away from York, so really interesting. In the ditch next to it, it's a double ditch, so one big ditch had the mortaria in, the other one had another piece of this greyware with a very dark exterior, but what's nice about it is it's a big jug. There's a big handle coming off here, and that would have been great for water, maybe even wine if they're going to be partying here at North Duffield. So Romano-British North Duffield is thriving just like Iron Age North Duffield was thriving.